Welcome back. We are going to continue moving through our Find the Core little videos here. All month long during the month of September, we are going to be focusing on core awareness, core stability, core strengthening. For a lot of folks, when we think about the core, we think about the core in a very limited and one part of the body type of idea, but really we want to think about the core as it relates to allowing our legs to move when we're walking, allowing us to sit upright, allowing us to laugh when we're having conversations with people, even how your core might relate to how you go to the bathroom when you have to make those things happen as well. So core is a lot more than just, do I have abs or do I not have abs? Core is everything as far as the stability and the mobility of our bodies. So when we think about it, we want to think about front, left, right, and back sides of the core. So as we're moving through this month of core awareness, please do start thinking about, where am I feeling these things and how is that related to my core? Now, yes, you will absolutely still feel the work coming down into your legs. You'll still feel it in the arms, the shoulders, and the chest. There's no way to separate core from the rest of our body. It infiltrates everything. But we do hope that as we're moving through with the words that we're saying and the movements that we're practicing, that you are feeling it specifically in the region of the body that goes from the mid-rib cage all the way down to the hip bones, and then all the way around from the front to the back and around again. So last time we talked about the 100 and some toe taps. Today we're going to do roll-ups, and I like to do two versions of the roll-up. The first is the more traditional straight legs, long body. The second is a little bit maybe less traditional, which feels more like a very slow and methodical sit-up. So let's start with the traditional Pilates roll-up. We're going to bring the legs long onto the mat. We want to feel the sits bones on the floor. Now, a lot of time in yoga practices, and sometimes even in our yoga spaces, Pilates spaces, you might hear somebody say, pull the flesh out from underneath your bum. What do we mean when we say that? Really just even out your seat. Sometimes we might be sitting higher on one hip or lower on the other. So just evening it out until you feel as though both sits bones are equally grounded on the floor. And then we want to draw up through the length of the spine. And like I said, if your spine is perfectly vertical, that's great, as if the wall just came in and scooped right up behind you. But if there's a small lean back in some degree, you're going to feel more awareness in the low abdominals as well as the low back. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. What we want to avoid is rolling and letting the belly feel soft and kind of rolly, and letting the back feel rounded and also rolly. So this is what we're trying to avoid. We could sit up nice and straight, or there might be a little bit of a lean back. Activate the legs. So feel all the way down the thighs, through the shins, the calves, and into the heels and up into the toes. Don't let your legs forget that they're a part of the rest of your body just because we're focusing on core as we're moving. So we're going to take ourselves down and onto the mat, and for a traditional Pilates roll-up, arms are going to start stretched out behind the head. We're going to take our first breath in here, and as you exhale, begin to lift up. Try to keep those feet to the floor, get to the top, take another breath in, and then exhale, go forward as far as you can. Stretch those fingers, inhale up, exhale, roll all the way back down to the floor, and continue this breath cycle. Breathe in, push and lift and press all the way through, and then again reach up and exhale, slow that movement down. Now, a lot of us notice that as we lift up, maybe the feet start to hop off the floor, maybe we curve the neck and shoulders. So I'm going to show this a little bit slower. Breathe in nice and deep. Exhale, lift up. Everything comes up together. Everything pushes forward together. Feet stayed anchored the whole time and roll down. So if for you that's a challenge, you don't have to come all the way to the floor. We can start, I'm walking backwards, at a half-size movement. So instead of going down to the floor, come just far enough and lift right back up. And then we let go of that whole jumping off of the mat movement, which really isn't good. We want to feel this through these abdominal muscles, through the spine. We don't want to feel it. I'll demonstrate what it might look like if we're feeling it wrong. Take a deep breath. We don't want to feel it like this. And push up and push through. Want to feel that nice controlled movement. So that's our Pilates roll up with the traditional long body. I like to also do a Pilates roll up with bent knees. Feet want to stay grounded. This one is a little bit more challenging. We'll start on the floor just like we did before. Arms are reaching forward. Gaze looks up towards the ceiling or slightly ahead of you. We're not looking at our thighs and we're not looking at the wall behind us. Keeping that neutral neck. Again, feet want to stay on the mat. We don't want to jump and shake things around. We want to try to pull up and feel that work being done on purpose, not on momentum. Take your breath in. Exhale, push. Oh, Lordy Lord, I can't even make it. And then come on back down. We'll do that a few times. Breathe in. Exhale, push all the way through and come on back down. So as we're pushing up, those feet don't want to stay on the floor. We're going to try and keep them grounded, and we're going to try and keep the head looking towards its focal point. We don't want to jostle the neck. Now for you, if coming all the way up from the floor doesn't seem like a possibility, go down halfway and come back up. You're still doing amazing work. You're just letting go of that little jump at the end. So what that jump would look like if we're doing this in a way that could cause injury is when you take your deep breath in and you're trying to come up, you go, oh, and we throw everything out of alignment. So we'll show it one more time. Breathe in, and as you exhale, reach up and push through. So those are two of our Pilates roll-ups. Oh boy, since we've already done some sit-ups, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about crunches from the floor. The one that I'm going to demonstrate today is what I like to call the snow angel crunch. I'm sure it's got another name somewhere out there, but when I do it, I feel like I'm making snow angels and doing Pilates at the same time. So it's a snow angel crunch. We're going to show that when we are doing our snow angel crunches, similar to the roll-ups that we started with. We're starting nice and long. Stretch out through the fingers, through the heels. Feel every inch of your body getting as long and tall as it can. Take your deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're coming up and down and down. So breathe in and release. Just 5 and down, 4 and back. Last 3, last 2. We're gonna do it one more time. Roll up, roll down. Take a deep breath in, pat your belly. It did some good work for you today. So those are 3 more moves that you should expect to see throughout the month of September. We've got the 100, we've got toe taps, we've got 2 styles of roll-ups, long body and bent knee, and then we've got what I like to call the snow angel crunch. We hope that you're enjoying this. Throughout the month, you can expect little snippets on social media. You can expect these longer videos in your playlist, but also when you come in for practices, especially with myself, with Jill, with Brenda, with Charlotte, these are all of your Pilates and core cardio strength instructors. Ask questions. If things don't feel good in your body, ask us how we might be able to offer some options to make them feel better. Because remember, at the end of the day, everything that we do here should start to make you feel better. If what we're doing starts to make you feel worse, then we want to just correct whatever we can so that we are going in the right direction and not down the hill. Thank you so much.